Hello, this is Gilbert221 from Coaster Cove, and welcome back to another video. This is my top 10 rides at Waldameer, and this is going to be a different video on my channel because I'm actually being joined by two people. First, InsaneCoasterJunkie, and the second is Coaster Film. So, you want to say hi, guys?
Hello, it's
Hello.
InsaneCoasterJunkie.
Hello, Coaster Films.
Yeah, basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be counting down our top 10 personal favorite rides at Waldameer, or my personal favorite rides, and then they're going to be giving their input on it. So, yeah, Waldameer is a bit of a smaller park. It's in Erie, Pennsylvania, and it's actually our home park, so that's why we're going to be starting off with this one. So there's not that many rides there, so a lot of the rides at the beginning are rides that you wouldn't normally see on a top 10 list. But anyway, let's get right into this. So top 10 is the Alibaba. This is 70 feet tall, manufacturer's arm, and it was opened in 1999. Basically, it like you sit down in this little car and you go around and around like a bunch of times. And that's really it. So, what's your guys' personal opinions on it?
Well, Alibaba is a very fun thrill ride. The thing that makes it really good is that you have picturesque views of the surrounding area of the park. So it is a very fun flat ride. Very unique too.
It's just fun. Not my favorite, but just fun.
The reason why like the Alibaba is so cool is because Waldameer lies right on Lake Erie, so you can get good views of the peninsula and also good views of Lake Erie. Also during sunsets, it can be really awesome. So anyway, number 9 we have the NameMusic Express, which was manufactured by how do you say that? Birtazone, and it was opened in 2013, so it's a newer ride, and basically it's like one of those rides that you see all over the place that just go round and round through the tunnel, and it goes really fast. So what's your guys' opinions on this one?
This is one of my least favorite rides of the park because it hurts my legs and stuff because they spin so fast.
Yeah, it does.
It hurts even more when you ride with more people other than yourself.
See,
I actually find this ride to be very fun. I actually think it's really intense in some parts and a little bit of airtime if you can't notice it, but there is a bit of airtime somewhere.
Oh yeah, there is airtime. And me being a smaller person, I get a lot of airtime. But it's like Coaster Film said, it can hurt me sometimes, especially when you're riding with more people. But also, I want to make clear something. All these pictures you see in there are either my pictures or InsaneCoasterJunkie's. So we didn't get these off of Google or anything. So just want to make
our personal pictures.
Yeah. So anyway, number 8 is Sea Dragon, which this is the steepest angle is 65 degrees. Manufacturer's Chance Rides, and it was opened in 1992. This is one of those swinging ship rides that you see. These are really fun. The intensity kind of depends on where you sit. If you sit in the middle, it's not as intense, but if you sit on the outside, then you can get a lot of airtime. It can actually be really fun. So what's your guys' personal opinions on this one?
Sea Dragon is a very airtime filled ride. Like what Coaster Cub did say, it depends where you sit for the airtime. Personally, the back is my favorite because you get the most airtime.
Same here.
I don't get. It's a fun. Sea Dragon is just fun. I don't really personally get that much airtime just because of how big I am.
Yeah, me being a smaller person, like I said earlier, I have a lot of space between the lap bar and me, so sometimes it can be scary to just put my hands up on this one because I feel like I'm gonna come flying out even though it's 100% safe. Anyway,
be perfectly honest, like for me, I have a lot more disadvantages than you guys because of how big I am and how heavy I am compared to you.
Anyway, number 7 is the Pirates Cove. This is actually a dark walkthrough. It has 15 stunts. The manufacturer is Bill Tracy, and it is opened in 1972. I mean, this one's pretty fun. Sometimes it cannot be as fun as others because there's a lot of times where teenagers like they hang out in there and try and scare you, and it kind of ruins the ride experience. But it's still a great ride, especially it was like there's only 2 in the world, and it's actually I'm kind of happy that one of them is in Erie, and I've actually been on both of them, and I'm going in the second one this summer again. But anyway, this one is actually really cool. I think it's not as cool as the second one, but it's probably because I've been on this one a lot more times than the other one. So this one's a really cool dark ride. What's your guys' opinions?
It's scary.
Yeah.
This dark ride is very cool. As what Coaster Cub says, it is one of 2 left in the world, and so it makes it very unique. And the point about the teenagers scaring the younger ones, I find that on the more annoying side for the ride experience because in some common areas like the barrel maze or something, or the jail maze or whatever, can be common hiding spots for those younger teenagers to scare me. It can scare an 18-year-old.
Yeah,
so.
it's scary because the thing is, a lot of times it's when you don't expect it. It's like you just turn a corner and all of a sudden someone comes jumping out at you, and it's like you don't expect it, so.
But I do like the ride, what it is. Lots of unique stunts. It's a great Bill Tracy creation.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to hear a story about my Pirates Cove experience?
Sure, we have enough time for a story.
Yeah, this is what happens. I was walking through the thing. I was walking behind this father and his kid that that his kid was like crying, screaming, and like the father got mad at me and told me he like beat me up or something, and a few swear words.
Really?
If he didn't get in front of me, if I didn't get away really fast, like seriously, yeah.
Oof.
I don't really know anything about the characteristics of this man though, so I couldn't like tell the cops or anyone.
All right, so let's move on.
Yeah. Number 6 is the Comet. It's actually the first roller coaster on this list. It is 37 feet tall, drop of 25 feet. It has 25 miles per hour length. It's 1,400 feet of track, and its manufacturer is PTC and Schmeck. Yeah. Now, this is the oldest roller coaster in the park, and you can get some airtime on it. So I've actually found you get more airtime in the front than you do in the back. I don't know if that's just me, but I found it to be more in the front. But it's not that big of a ride. It's more of a starter coaster. It's smaller. There's not that many big hills, but you do get a decent amount of airtime. It's mostly just an out and back one, so there's nothing too amazing about this except that it's like the oldest one in the park. So what about you guys?
It's an okay roller coaster, not my favorite, but it's okay.
It is a fun PTC coaster, like Gilbert said, or whatever. The airtime in the front is so weird. I have this thing called standing airtime on Comet, and it's so fun if you do it. Don't attempt the professionals, but it is so fun. Also, this is a very good junior roller coaster to get kids into the bigger roller coasters, and it feels like those Woodstock Express clones that you see at Cedar Fair parks.
Yeah. Now, like, if I was gonna ride a ride like this, I would ride the Blue Streak at Coney Lake Park, just because I call the Blue Streak at Coney Lake Park the Comet on steroids, because it's basically the same thing, just a lot bigger. So, anyway.
Nice.
Number 5, we're in the top 5 now, is Whacky Shack, which is the other dark ride in the park. It is 488 feet long. Duration is 2 minutes. Has 18 stunts, and once again, it is built by Bill Tracy. This is really cool because it has that Bill Tracy feel. It's not very scary. Nothing really pops out. There's not a lot of jump scares, but it's just a cool ride. I think it's really cool, and I'm glad that it's here because I think it's a really cool and interesting dark ride.
It's a nice ride. I just don't like how long of a line it gets. If it's longer than like 10 minutes, I don't stand in line.
Yeah, that is a big crowd pleaser.
It can get a big long line.
Yeah, but the thing with the Whacky Shack, like he said, it is a very solid dark ride. Lots of good stunts in it. It still impresses me. It used to scare me when I was little.
It used to scare me too. Yeah, I would not go into it.
I was scared of everything when I was little.
What was that? InsaneCoasterJunkie.
It felt intimidating when I was little.
Yeah, so any last thoughts on this one?
Very cool dark ride. I would recommend it. Just beware of the long lines if it happens on a busy day.
It's not worth it if it's more than like 10 minutes.
Alright, I have one question for you guys. What's your favorite stunt in there?
I'd say the red decreasing room.
The red
drop.
Decreasing room? For some reason, I like the strobe light room. I don't know why. I think it's pretty cool.
Correction. I like the very end with the horn of the truck.
You do?
Yeah, they did change that in July of 2017, so that's a good change.
It was a good change too. I mean, there's a lot of good ones. I also like the kind of attic, the corridor.
That's with the old
door,
Elroof Molar.
Yeah, so there's a lot of good stunts in here. But anyway, number 4, this is where you start to get into the really good rides of the park. We have Thunder River. There's actually 2 hills on this. One's 25 feet and the other one's 40 feet tall. It is 1,300 feet long. Its duration is 3 minutes and 30 seconds, and it's an O.D. Hopkins ride. This is It just is standard log flume. It's really cool. It has like a nice little tunnel you go through with mist, and it's a good ride to go on, especially on a hot, Erie day.
We're on a log flume.
This is the ride I dropped my camera off.
Yeah, Coaster Films actually dropped his camera off this one, which I wasn't there for that.
Jokes aside about the TPR reference, but Thunder River is a very solid log flume. It is one of my favorite water rides out there.
Yeah.
Depending on how many people are in your logs, you can get either very wet or not as much wet.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just gonna clarify this: the water on Thunder River is wet.
It is wet. It's very wet. So, how about you, Coaster Films? What's your ideas on this? Coaster Films.
Coaster Films.
I think the Thunder River
I'm
curse
sorry,
Okay.
I'm sorry. I keep muting my microphone, and it's like my third favorite ride at Waldameer.
I thought the Thunder River curse got you again. Yeah, Thunder River must not like Coaster Films very much. Now, yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite water rides out there. I haven't been on too many, but this is surely my favorite, and it just yeah, it's a nice ride. And this is another.
Shoots are better.
Yeah, this is another ride where the line can get really long. Can probably have the longest line in the park some days.
Lines over 50. If the line gets over 15 minutes, not really that much worth it, because like the line's super long. Generally, by the time you get to the front, the water's already heated up. It's really warm instead of cooling and refreshing.
Mm-hmm. All right, you guys ready for the top 3?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yep.
Number 3, we have Steel Dragon, which is the other roller coaster on this list. This is 51 feet tall, speeds of 37 miles per hour, length 1,397 feet of track, and manufacturer is Marsoni? Is that how you say it?
Marsone, yes.
Marsone. This is a spinning ride. It is actually a clone, but still, it's a good clone. I like it. It's really fun. Smooth. Yeah, definitely one of my second favorite roller coaster in the park out of 4.
It's my favorite spinning coaster.
Yeah.
And it's better than Laugh Track, which is the exact clone.
Wait, why do you like this one more than Laugh Track?
Because this one has a shorter line.
I haven't been on Laugh Track, so that's why I was wondering.
And
I've also
you feel more G forces on this one. I like the centrifugal force when going around the turns, and you don't slow down quite as much going across the brake ruts, because of the brake ruts on Laugh Track. There's they use magnetic brakes to slow you down at each brake run, and that's kind of annoying to me.
Yeah.
Like keep your speed keeps up on this one.
Yeah, with Steel Dragon, I've also been on Laugh Track. Very good roller coaster. I would prefer it over Steel Dragon due to its theming.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a little bit more smoother, but Steel Dragon is a more intense ride.
Yeah.
That element turned exactly. That thing is intense. And
oh yeah, it is.
Coaster Cove and Coaster Films have this thing of tornado mode on the ride that is honestly hilarious.
Yeah, it's scary too.
Whenever one goes on with me, that never happens because the force of the spinning depends on the weight of the car.
Yeah, so do you want me to describe it real quick?
Yes.
Alright, so basically, first of all, the reason why I like this one a lot is because it's the only roller coaster in the park that you can actually go backwards on, which is kind of neat. But anyway, what we were talking about, the tornado mode, is, since Coaster Films is heavier than me, and I'm really small, we sometimes get this one thing where if we sit in the right position and we have the right car, where the car would literally spin so fast that you don't even know where you are on the track, and it can get you really dizzy. And it's actually really cool because some people in the station watched us going around just spinning really, really fast, and yeah,
it was hilarious.
It was funny. I almost got sick. Same with the spider. We've actually had tornado mode on that.
If you want to check that video out, check out the ride ratings video on the Gilbert 221 Games channel. Please do.
Yeah.
That's where the reference comes from.
Yeah. So anyway, number 2. We have the Extreme, which is the drop tower of the park. It is 140 feet tall, speeds of 47 miles per hour, and is Larson drop tower. Now, this is really fun. 100% hands down my favorite drop tower I've ever been on, ever.
Same here. It's my favorite drop tower.
The reason why I like it so much is because it's not like one that you see at Cedar Fair parks or something where you go up and you just sit there so you know you're at the top. You go up, you have no idea when you're going to drop, and all of a sudden you just let go and you drop. And it is just so, like, it only is 47 miles per hour, but it seems a lot faster. You get great views of the whole park, all Lake Erie. You can get really good sunset views, and it is so, like, I love it.
X-Green can be my favorite drop tower. I've ridden other ones, Intaman's, SNS's, but this one is unique because, like what he said, it does not stop you at the top, and with that silver bar, you can't see it. Plus, that drop is forceful, and yeah, very picturesque drop tower too. You can see a lot of it in there.
I prefer this drop tower over like the Tower of Terror at Disney World. You get more airtime on this one than Disney World.
Yeah, and me, like, I keep bringing this up, but me being smaller, it's actually have a lot of positives because I get airtime on this. I get a lot of airtime.
I also get airtime on this because I'm skinny.
Believe it or not, I get tons of airtime on this, and I'm really heavy.
Yeah, you like if you stick out your feet and stuff, and you put out your hands, like put up your hands, you can get a lot of airtime.
Like at the top, you just whip them both up in the air really fast. That throws you up even faster.
Yeah, so if
but don't risk being injured, please.
Yeah. Also, if you ever go to Waldameer, this is a ride that you must do. So
because it intimidates the GP and there's barely a line.
Yeah. All right. You guys ready for the #1 favorite ride here at Waldameer Park?
Yeah.
It is the Happy Swing. No, I'm joking. It's Ravine Flyer 2. Anyway, it is the Ravine Flyer 2, which is the wooden coaster of the park, the biggest roller coaster in the park. It is 85 feet tall, a drop of 120 miles per hour. You can see where it gets its name, Ravine Flyer, because it goes down into a ravine. It is 57 miles per hour, length 2,900 feet of track, and it is manufactured by Gravity Group. And this is the 5th best wooden roller coaster in the world as of now, wooden roller coaster. And it goes over a 4-lane highway, which no other coaster in the world does. You get great picture-perfect views of Lake Erie. Like I said, this whole sunset thing, like you can get phenomenal views during sunset. It is fast, it is fun, it's packed with airtime, it's pretty smooth. And it's all around definitely one of my favorite wooden roller coasters, if not my favorite wooden roller coaster ever.
This personally is my favorite wooden coaster I've ever ridden. I think. And also, this is the favorite ride I get standing airtime on, which I'm not going to tell you how to do that.
Yeah.
It's for you to figure out.
Yeah, we don't want to be.
We don't want to be sued.
Yeah, whatever you hear in this video, we did not tell you to do. We're telling that now. That's your warning.
Because it's just from our fun stories we have.
What's your opinions on this one, InsaneCoasterJunkie?
Honestly, this is a kick-A wooden coaster because it is in my top 5 best coasters ever.
Yeah.
Insane ride. You have a very smooth layout, which is rare for a wooden coaster to be very, very smooth. The airtime is phenomenal. You can get a great night ride. It is intense as heck.
Best night ride. Some of the
best ride nights. I'm not sure about Beast, but this is
Beast is pretty good, but Beast is not nearly as crazy or insane as this one. So if you want to like get better night rides, sure, go on Beast because you go all through the woods. This one, you like, even though it's more compact, it can give really good night rides. Really good.
I wasn't impressed by the Beast, to be honest.
I mean, it's not that good of the reason why I like it so much is just because it's long, but it's not the best wooden coaster.
I only got the chance to ride during like the daytime.
I got one night ride on it, I believe.
Awesome. And I never ridden Beast. Ravine Flyer 2 was superior.
Yeah, so anyway.
No, Kings Island's superior.
Okay, enough to have that discussion.
Alright, yeah, we're not gonna go there. So anyway, that's gonna be my top 10 favorite rides at Waldameer Park. If you've been to Waldameer Park or you plan on going there, I hope this helped you out to choose which rides you should go on, which definitely the top 3 are a must when you go into the park. And anyway, is there any last comments you guys want to make?
Nope.
I recommend Waldameer Park. If you're stop on the way to Cedar Point, it's a nice park to kill a few hours at.
Or well, if you're going east, you're planning to go to like Darien Lake or something on the west coast.
Darien Lake, Kennywood, or Cedar Point. It's a nice stop-by park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, it's another thing about it. It's a very good family-friendly park. It's definitely underrated. A lot of people, whenever they hear Waldameer, it's like, oh, that's really like a kids park or something. No, it's actually it's home to a lot of really good famous rides.
They have a few hidden gems too.
So yeah, anyway, that's gonna be the end of this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, evening, cool tomorrow, and until next time, I'm Gilbert221 from Coaster Cub, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.